Hello, Aries. Thank you for joining me for your 30-day reading. This reading will be for Aries, Sun, and Rising signs for the next 30 days. Aries, Sun, and Rising signs the next 30 days. So, guys, what do Arians need to hear over the next 30 days? Messages for Arians, please. Aries, what's going on with you guys? Soulmates, deep love, unity, connection. You could be dealing with a Leo, Sun, Moon, and Rising sign. Curse, hex, witchcraft, negative mind. Okay, so you guys are saboteurs. You sabotage your relationships because you're afraid of getting hurt. You're afraid of losing control. You're afraid of being vulnerable. You're afraid of being betrayed. And so you sabotage relationships. And then you'll say, I can't find anybody. Nobody loves me. Nobody wants to be with me. I can't trust anybody. And then someone comes along that has good qualities, and then you'll make excuses to destroy the relationship or sabotage it in some way. Either it's through disrespect or cheating or avoidant behavior, manipulation, nonsense. That's what you'll be contending with over the next 30 days. Now, Mercury is going retrograde in the 5th house, in your 5th house of Leo, which is the house of relationships. So you'll be having to reflect upon, review, or reassess the way that you engage in your partnerships. If you're a self-saboteur, then you're going to realize that at this point. If that information evaded you for some reason, you weren't acknowledging it or taking accountability or responsibility for your role in the demise of your previous relationships, and you will at this time, because you could be with someone who has great qualities, who could be a soulmate, but you're doing things to sabotage a relationship, thinking negatively, projecting negative feelings onto them, assuming they're cheating, treating them poorly, whatever the case may be. Okay, let us continue for Aries, Sun, Moon, and Rising signs for the next 30 days. Aries, Sun, and Rising signs, not the Moon, I'm sorry. Spirit guides, what's going on for Aries, Sun, and Aries Ascendants next 30 days, please? Aries, Sun, and Ascendants the next 30 days. This could also be gambling issues, addictions to negative behavior, toxicity. Aries, Sun, Moon, and Rising signs. Aries, Sun, and Rising signs, please. Another card, Aries, Sun, and Rising signs. What's going on with you guys? Next 30 days, important messages for Aries. Guidance for Aries. Important messages we have. 6 of Cups and the Hanged Man. 6 of Cups is Scorpio energy, water energy, Hanged Man, Pisces energy. So yeah, water and water. So you guys are going to have to deal with your emotions, learning how to deal with them in constructive ways that are conducive to a healthy, happy relationship instead of toxicity, drama, and violence. Violence doesn't necessarily mean physical violence. It could be emotional violence, verbal abuse, things of that nature, okay? So Scorpio represents your personal power, and the Hanged Man is Pisces, your 12th house. So you guys may have to relinquish your personal power, right? You may feel like you're losing power over your emotions in this situation. So to regain control, you may start to do things to sabotage a relationship. Nag at the person, nitpick at them, try to control them, abuse them in some way, reject them, cheat on them, whatever the case may be. You may be doing toxic things to regain your power and control back because you feel like you're losing power and control, or you're losing leverage. You care too much. And once you start caring too much, you'll start to push the person away or abuse them to feel more empowered. So I guess for you, love is disempowerment. You equate love with disempowerment. Queen of Pentacles, Capricorn energy, your 10th house. Page of Pentacles, okay. Immature. Man, okay. I'll just say this. This is almost like somebody who is really invested in a relationship. They're gung-ho, right? They're making plans to move in together. together, to get married, to have kids, to do whatever. Then all of a sudden, they wake up one day and say, you know what? I'm a little nervous about this. I'm anxious. I'm not ready yet. So they go from the Queen of Pentacles to the Page of Earth, right? Their investment in the situation, it starts to wane. They start to pull back energetically, financially, emotionally, to regain power. So they feel like if they do this to you, you'll chase after them to prove to them how much you love them, and vice versa. This could be the other way around. So someone could be experiencing really strong feelings for you that they feel like will put them on the hook for a disappointment. They feel like they're on the hook now, on a hook, like this hangman, hanging from a hook, powerless, helpless. You have leverage now. They care too much, so they got to pull back, to control you in some way or put you in your place. If I abuse you, you can't hurt me. I'm going to hurt you before you can hurt me. So they start to detach from the relationship. They're not contributing as much, they're not talking as much, they're not as engaged. This is nonsense, Aries. Either you're doing this or somebody's doing this to you. One more, please. This is nonsense. Somebody's afraid of losing power, so they're going to, I guess, I'm going to push you away before you can leave me. And you like this person a lot. That's why this is triggering this reaction from you. Avoidant attachment behavior. Queen of Cups. There is love here. Jupiter and Cancer. Queen of Pentacles, Queen of Cups. This could be a same-sex relationship. Knight of Swords. Communication. Harsh communication. Arguments, potentially. Sharing your feelings. You may have to do that at this time. You guys may have a hard time being genuine and honest about how you feel. So you do passive-aggressive things. Or you do things that are the opposite of what you feel. There could be a sun, moon opposition or square. Mercury, moon opposition or square. So you love someone, but you're pushing them away. You want them close by. You want them to talk to you. You want them to call you, so you won't answer their calls or their text messages. This is nonsense. It's nonsense. You're doing this to yourself. Then you'll say, nobody loves me. Nobody wants me. I can't trust anybody. But when someone is in your vicinity, someone's close to you that, they're there for you. They've shown and proven to you that they're loyal, and you still just do dumb stuff to sabotage it. And then now what? So during this retrograde, you're probably going to have to reflect on that and take responsibility. Because you like this person a lot, but this person has standards. And so they won't let you play games with them. They won't. They're not going to fight with you. They're not going back and forth. They'll just leave. And then you'll miss them for real. And then you'll have to ask yourself, like, wow, how did this happen? Why did I do this? Right? You're going to have to grow up a little bit. So these are the things that we do. Let's continue, please, for Aries, Sun, and Rising signs. Aries, this could be you or your partner. Self-worth, right? Low self-esteem. Self-worth. I'm going to push them away before they can see how flawed I am. How worthless I am. I'm not good enough. Nobody loves me. Nobody wants me. I'm evil. I'm ugly. I'm broke. I'm dumb. I'm useless. Why did I hear I'm a fat slob? What is going on? It's not funny. But I'm a fat slob or something? Like, what the hell? Okay. I don't look good enough. They're too handsome or too cute for me. Nonsense. Self-worth. One more, please. That's why you're doing this. I'd rather leave you holding on than pushing me away. Impatience. Don't want to walk away from love. Wanna walk away, wanna walk away. Voodoo. Passion just came out again. It's not that I don't love you. You know how much I do. And it's not that I found someone to take the place of you. But there's a feeling deep in me that won't let me. Wait, there's a feeling in me. And I'd rather leave you holding on than pushing me away. David Ruffin, Walk Away from Love. I think that's the name of the song. Joy. Don't wanna walk away from love. Wanna walk away, wanna walk away. Wanna walk away, wanna walk away. Yeah. That's a very old song. So if you're a millennial or Gen X or Gen Z, then you probably won't know what I'm talking about. But essentially, yeah, you're pushing this person away because you're afraid that they make you too happy. You know, it's almost like, okay, yo, I'm too happy with this person. They're perfect. So when are they going to break up with me? When are they going to disappoint me? When is the other shoe going to drop? When are they going to realize that I'm not good enough for them? Nonsense. Pushing people away because you're insecure about your value, how you look, how much money you have. Childhood trauma, Jupiter in the 4th, you got to deal with that. Resolve those issues. Let us continue, please. Let us continue. Horse, high horse, dependable to own detriment. That's how you feel, right? This person is too good. They're too dependable. They're too trusting. They're too loyal. And you're like, whoa, they're not good. I'm not good enough for them. It's like you're taking it for granted. You know they don't want to leave you. You know they don't. So it's like you're going to play with them because you know that they're invested in your relationship. Faulty foundation, in need of work. Workhorse. Fine outside, unstable inside. Queen of Pentacles, Page of Cups. You got it all together when it comes to the money, but you're emotionally very immature. And so you gravitate towards broken people, people who need to be fixed. This person is actually okay. They're doing good, right? They're healthy, mentally, emotionally, physically. They have high self-esteem to an extent. They have self-worth. So now you're triggered because you can't fix them. They don't need you for anything, really. So if there's an issue, it's not because that person's broken and damaged and a drug addict. It's because you're the problem. Or vice versa. Aries, the person that you're dealing with is the problem. Fine outside, unstable inside, proud. I'd rather leave you holding on than pushing me away. Do-do-do-do-do-do-do. Owl, insight, wisdom, wise choice. Usual powers, unusual powers of discernment, deciphering mystery, sees truth behind the wall, good advice, no sense of humor, look at life from all angles, explore unknown and magic in life. This is you learning about yourself through this relationship. This person can also read you. They know what you're doing, and they're not fazed by it in any way. Meaning that they're not going to give you the toxic energy that you want to make you feel secure about what you're doing, right? They'll just disconnect. And they'll say, I'm not dealing with this. Sorry, King of Swords. I like you a lot, but I don't want to deal with this. I don't have to. Get it together. And because you like this person so much, you're willing to do that. There could have been some distance between you guys at some point. Yeah. All right, Aries, what's going on with you guys next 30 days? What is sabotaging your relationships? What is sabotaging your relationships? Fated to be alone. You gave up on love because you think you're meant to be alone. Well, there you have it. See? If I'm destined to be alone, nobody loves me, nobody cares about me anyway. So I might as well just push you away before you leave me. Should I get this card? Fixing them. You can't fix someone, right? Because this person's already whole without you. Their wholeness is actually exposing your brokenness for the first time. So now you're aware that you were the issue in your relationships. And you like them so much that you're willing to do the work to deal with your issues. You can't fix someone. They have to want to change. Accept them or let them go. I just heard this person doesn't want to hear SHIT about why you're treating them poorly. They don't care. They're just not going to deal with it. They don't want to hear it. Hold on, guys. This person does not want to hear your excuses for why you can't do right. They don't want to hear it. Sorry. Not because they don't care about you, but because they know it's not their job to fix you. They know that if you're not willing to change, then no matter what they do, it won't make a difference. Like, this person is the Queen of Earth potentially, or the Empress. They're already a whole person. Even if they don't have a lot of money, or if they're not as successful as you or stable as you, doesn't matter. Their value doesn't come from that or you. It comes from themselves, and they know this, and you know it too. So it's like, damn, I can't let this person leave or walk away, or I can't let them go because I like them a lot, because they're so confident in themselves and they don't really need me. But at the same time, I'm so damn toxic, I can't help but to be dysfunctional because I need leverage and power over them. So their wholeness triggers you. You try to kind of hurt them or break them down. Damn. Are you guys narcissists? Or are you dealing with a narcissist? You try to, I guess, whittle away their self-esteem, abuse them even, and they're unflappable. They don't give a F what you're saying. They know it ain't true, and you just look bad. So now you're the toxic one. It's like it's almost like they're like a still river or lake. So they're just reflecting back to you your own behavior. They're not even reacting. They're gray rocking you, or they're not responding to you in a way. They're very calmly just living their life, minding their business. And by them doing that, they're exposing your irrational thinking. They're exposing your abusive behavior, because it's almost like you're talking to yourself. If they're going back and forth with you, then you could feed off their energy and then use their response to justify mistreating them or abusing them in some way. This person isn't doing that. They're just like, okay, if you feel like I'm not good enough for you, then I think you should be with somebody else. Good luck, deuces. There's no argument. And they're cool with that. Seriously, it's not an act. Now you're like, damn, I just pushed away somebody who really cared about me because of my insecurities, and they don't even care that I'm gone. They're still good regardless. Like, for real, for real. So now you're questioning yourself. Now you're like, well, or this is you. This could be the cross watcher for Aries. Aries, you could be, going through this with somebody. But now they're like, wow, I need to fix up my SHIT, Six of Cups, Hangman, curse. What am I doing to myself? How am I doing this? Why am I doing this to myself? And now you need to go to therapy. Hangman also. You may need to go to therapy. Saturn's going retrograde with Neptune, I think, in your 12th house of therapy. So this situation may be a catalyst for you to get some help, right? To acknowledge how you sabotage your relationships. Okay? All right, Aries, thank you for listening. Look forward to your feedback. Please like, share, and subscribe, and I'll speak to you soon.